Yo, it's your boy, Straw Man Joe. And today, we are starting a new series on the channel. It's called CrossOver Boxing Analysis. It's where we analyze fights or analyze fighters. Hey, and the first guy we are talking about is Sneakos. I think his real name's Nicholas Sucklebutt. That's the first guy we were talking about. And we have three categories to go by: his skill, his technique, and his opponents. So let's go first. His technique. Sneako hasn't been boxing ever since the start of crossover boxing. He wasn't on the Joe Weller card or the KSI Logan card. He wasn't on any of those cards. So he just got into boxing. And honestly, he just looks like a beginner. Like, there's nothing bad. There's nothing there like, it's not like Aiden Ross type of bad. So his technique's fine. There's not really any like real disadvantages in his technique, other than he just drops his foot back when he throws a straight, which you're not supposed to do. But Faye Sensei, if you just watched one of his videos on SNEAKO, he tells you why beginners shouldn't be dropping their foot back.
Like, when you hit something, it's not just like, let's say this is the punch,
I think it's
and this is
because
when you're hitting. It's not just the impact.
When you hit,
it's actually,
there's punch someone,
impact,
you actually hit it twice.
Feedback,
that's proven in
and then
science.
there's impact again.
You hit it,
this is
come
like
back, and you hit it again. So if you step your foot back when you throw your straight, it won't let you hit that hard the second time. So he just needs to keep his foot planted when he throws his punches. I don't want it to be bouncing around like while he's throwing it, because he's not gonna be accurate. So I think he fights southpaw with his right foot as his lead foot, and I don't think there's anything really wrong about his technique. It looks fine. I don't really see him get rocked. He just has his guard down sometimes. And it's fine for beginners to do that, because they're just learning the technique right. But he has a good jab. His jab is pretty quick. It's not slow. And his hooks aren't very slow. His punches aren't slow. Like, if you watch a Chase the Moore fight, you will know a slow punch when you see it. Because he punches so slowly, because he's trying to punch so hard. He's trying to kill this guy, but he's not going to hit him, because he's swinging for the fences, right? He's trying to knock his head off, and he's head-hunting. So that's why Chase the Moore, when he's fighting, he looks bad. That's why he looks bad. So next up, we're talking about Sneako's skill. How skilled is he as a beginner and as a pro crossover boxer? So as a beginner, he's just normal. It's a normal to his skill is normal. His jab is a little bit quicker than normal. His hooks are okay. His uppercuts are okay. He understands the block. He understands movement a little bit. So his skill is pretty good. All I have to say is that he is trying to headhunt, that most people do. So it's very good when you see someone like a Salt Poppy hitting with a good check hook to the body. So it's always good to see that. But Sneako's a beginner. I don't expect him to be Canelo level or anything, or Floyd level. Maybe he'll be Floyd level, like a Deji. But honestly, I think his skill right now, I think he can beat some people, and I think he could beat B Dave. But I know he doesn't want to fight B-Dave because he has nothing wrong with B-Dave. And then finally, we are talking about his opponents. You know what? No, we're not. We're going to keep talking about this guy's skill. He is a real beginner. He's still learning movement and stuff. Oh, shoot. But he's still learning movement. He's still learning, like, his footwork isn't that good. Like, he keeps his foot planted a lot. And it's good, but it's good to be moving when you're not throwing. It's good to keep the opponent guessing where you're going to go and not be predictable. On Sneako, sometimes he's being very predictable. He telegraphs a loss, maybe. Like, sometimes you can see the undercut coming. Sometimes you can see the hook coming. So most of the times he can really telegraph his punches a lot. So telegraphing your punches is really just showing it. If I do like a big swing, I'm like telegraphing my punches because I'm showing my opponent that I'm gonna throw this. So when Sneako is telegraphing his shots, an experienced boxer, maybe like a KSI, could see that, read that, and say, okay, let me step back and let me come back in with the hook and the overhand. So if Sneako keeps on telegraphing his shots, an experienced boxer, or maybe like an amateur boxer, can see that. Like a guy who you fight at the bar, like who you're street fighting at the bar, he can see he can see that your hook is coming, that your uppercut's coming. If you telegraph your shots, and Sneako does that. He does big swings. He really gets down, like his what's it called? His elbows really go down to throw his uppercuts. It's fun if you telegraph your jabs, because jabs aren't really gonna make you get knocked down. But like you can see, like he does big swings. He gets down really low for uppercuts. Like you can see all this stuff about his skill, but he's just learning how to do that. He's learning how to not telegraph his punches. He's learning not how to pee your pants or something. So I'm literally fine with Sneako being like a normal boxer, like acting like a real beginner, because he is. Like, I'm not gonna expect him to be Floyd Mayweather type defense. I don't expect him to see Manny Pacquiao type speed out of his punches. Like, I don't think he'll be a prodigy on his first ever day of sparring. Like, maybe it might be his first day ever at camp. Like, but maybe he's not even at camp. Maybe he doesn't want to fight anyone. Let me just show people I can box so I don't get messed with. Or maybe, let me just act like I'm going to fight someone so I can get some relevancy. Like how he acted like he got beaten up. So maybe he's doing that. Maybe it's all publicity. Maybe he's trying to actually fight someone. We don't know. We don't know yet. But that's a great transition into our third topic. His opponents. And for Sneako, I'm not going to talk about his opponents because he fought one guy on stream. And it was this guy, he looked like Mams Taylor with absolute diabetes. And I think maybe Mams Taylor has diabetes. I don't know. But this guy was Mams Taylor buffed up. McDonald's Taylor. He looks like that. So basically, he's fought this guy. Probably never fought in his life before. You could see it because he's freaking dodging like an idiot. Most of the times he would dodge back or dodge to the side or click down. But no, he doesn't know how to do that. He's an absolute beginner. Just like Sneako, but Sneako has been to camp and that's probably his first time ever sparring. So, and first time he's never probably done bag work or he's never tried any conditioning for it. while Sneako has once. So maybe that's a big difference. Because he was like keeping his head down for a long time. So Sneako just kept on uppercut and a hook. So that opponent wasn't good. We're going to talk about his future opponents. People that Sneako wants to fight and people who Sneako doesn't want to fight. And let's talk about the main man, KSI. I don't think KSI will ever accept a Sneako fight unless Sneako really fights and really gets under KSI's skin. Like if Sneako's first fight is against Salt Poppy and he smokes Salt Poppy, I'm telling you, KSI will fight him. But because it's good publicity and it shows how Sneako can really box. So, and KSI needs a real boxer, and he also needs good publicity for his next fights. He wants to show people that he can sell. So if he sells out, I don't know, the O2 versus Sneako, like it will show that he's good. But I don't think KSI will ever fight Sneako. Even though Sneako wants to fight KSI. And the next one, Brandon Buckingham. You might be asking, Joe, who is Brandon Buckingham? I don't know either. I do not know who this guy is. I only heard him because he was boxing at Misfits. That's all I know. He was boxing, he won. So, and he wants to fight Sneako. Him and Sneako have beef. So maybe later this year after Misfits 7-0, he will fight him. Maybe. But we don't know yet. It's not confirmed. It's not absolute. But finally, the last opponent Sneako might face is Moist Critical. And that would be the obvious option, right? Fighting a guy you have beef with. He's a beginner like you. It makes sense. You have a big beef with him. It's very popular. You can sell the fight easy. They both actually hate each other. So the selling will be really, really easy. And then it's just boxing, really. It's just a boxing that comes down to it. That's the only reason why it wouldn't work, because of the boxing. That's really the whole thing. But like, it's just not a good matchup for Moist Critical, because I don't know, maybe Sneako has like 20 pounds on Moist, but because Charlie, I love him, but he's short, but he has a massive physique, so maybe his physique can help him with his strikes. But it's just not a good fight. Sneako's like 6 foot plus, lanky. He has a good reach. Wow. Moist Critical isn't lanky. He's like 5'7", maybe 5'5". So it's not really fair to put him against Sneako, because Sneako is so much taller, he has the reach, and he has the experience. But he only went to camp one time, but Moist Critical, he went 0 times. So is that really that much experience? One spar can help you in everything. Like, one test can make you the smartest guy in the world. Like, every little thing matters in this fight. And Sneako has every advantage. So why would Sneako take this? He shouldn't. He shouldn't be taking the easy fight. It's because of the money. Maybe he wants 50 M's for it. But it's just not going to be very good. Moist Critical is probably going to lose because Sneako loves the jab. And Moist Critical has never fought before. I don't care if Moist Critical has the biggest arms in the world. It's not going to work. And then finally, and probably the second least probable option for Sneako to fight is Face Sensei. I'm like, I do not believe that this... Actually, this is probably number 1. Because I don't think Face Sensei will accept it. Because it's bullying. And no, Face Sensei doesn't want easy fights. He fought Temper. He didn't fight Temper. He fought Kenny. He fought... Who else? I don't know. He fought... I'm Skinky Binky. Like... You find all these guys that are really good, and Sneako isn't really good. So, Sensei wouldn't approve it, and Sneako definitely wouldn't approve it because Sensei is a pro MMA fighter. He boxes. He's been boxing for years now, and Sneako just started. But there is a little bit of beef between the two, so maybe, but. That's basically it, guys. The first episode of CrossOver Boxing Analysis. Leave a like on the video, subscribe for more, and comment who I should do next. Peace!